Hi folks, I'm Steve Acevedo and I wanted to share my thoughts and feelings about Dreammakers Academy. Years ago, back in 1983, when I first did The Awakening, it wasn't called Dreammakers Academy, but the impact it had on my life was just as powerful as it is today for the people who go through the trainings and workshops. I'd like to share with you my personal experience of what the Awakening workshop meant to me. In 1983, I was probably about 28 years old, I think. And at that time, my life was kind of so-called in the toilet. You know, everything that was valuable and dear to me seemed to have gone away from me. And I was in the depths of depression and despair, so much so that I was in so much pain that I had decided that I was going to go away. And so I actually had a plan for doing so. And what I was going to do, I went to Smith's Market on 9th East and 21st South and bought a big bottle of sleeping pills. And what I was going to do is, when it came the weekend, I was going to turn on my radio and take the entire bottle of pills and just go away. It wasn't that I wanted to die, it was just that I wanted the pain and the shame of my life to go away. I just didn't know how to cope with it anymore. Well, during that week, I got 2 phone calls from 2 gals who I knew had just done, who just got finished in The Awakening. One was Pauline Carter, and the other was Bobby DeSevere. I still remember their names all these years later. And they weren't very skilled or professional about enrolling me, but what they were was completely enthusiastic and authentic and heartfelt about what it meant to them and how it impacted them. And so they got me thinking, and I thought, you know, the truth is, I don't want to die. I just don't want to be ashamed of myself anymore. And so I thought to myself, and see, it turns out that my brother, Gary, is the one who actually started doing The Awakening. And he'd been trying to enroll me for 3 years, and it was unsuccessful because of the sibling rivalry and some other issues and stuff. I kind of felt like that was his thing, not my thing. But anyway, talking to these gals, I sensed how impactful and profound it was to them in their lives, and I thought, why don't I do The Awakening, and then if it's as good as people say it is, then maybe there's a way out of my pain. And if it's not, if it turns out to be bogus and stuff, I could always kill myself later. So I thought that was a pretty good plan, you know. And so anyway, in August of 1983, I did The Awakening. And I'm here today, and the reason being, to a great extent, is because of the discoveries and the learning and the experience I had in the Awakening workshop. And what I discovered was that I loved myself, and I felt very, very proud of who I was and what I had, and I felt like I wanted to make a difference and to do more with my life than I had done. And so anyway, there were some processes. My breakthrough was profound, and then what we called back then the death process was tremendously profound for me. And what I discovered is that I wanted to live life fully and pass this gift on to other people. So my recommendation to you, anybody who's seen this, is do The Awakening, get in touch with what a gift you are, and live your life to the fullest.